श्री राम। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वर गुरु साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः। परमात्म देव श्री राम, तुम परम शुद्ध बुद्ध नित्य सर्वशक्तिमान सच्चिदानंद स्वरूप ज्योतिर्मय एकमेव अद्वितीय परमेश्वर हो। तुम परम पुरुष दयालु देवादिदेव हो। तुम्हें नमस्कार हो, बारंबार नमस्कार हो, बारंबार नमस्कार हो। करते हैं हम वंदना नत सिर बारंबार, तुझे देव परमात्मन मंगल शिव शुभकार। अंजलि परमस्तक किए विनय भक्ति के साथ, नमस्कार मेरा तुझे होवे जग के नाथ। दोनों कर को जोड़ कर मस्तक घुटने टेक, तुझको हो प्रणाम मम शत शत कोटि अनेक। पाप हरण मंगल करण चरण शरण का ध्यान, धार करूं प्रणाम मैं तुझको शक्ति निधान। भक्ति भाव शुभ भावना मन में भर भरपूर, श्रद्धा से तुझको नमूं मेरे राम हजूर। ज्योतिर्मय जगदीश है तेजो मैं अपार, परम पुरुष पावन परम तुझको हो नमस्कार। सत्य ज्ञान आनंदमय परम धाम श्री राम, पुलकित हो मेरा तुझे होवे बहुत प्रणाम। पुलकित हो मेरा तुझे कोटि कोटि प्रणाम। श्री राम राम। राम राम to every sadhak. We are at the 4th chapter, Lord. What matters if the entire world declares at the beat of drum that God does not exist? It does not matter if the complete world announces that there is no existence of God. It does not matter if the complete science announces that there is no existence of God. 1,000 sparrows cannot make a summer. So, like if many sparrows get grouped at a place, it does not mean that the season has changed. God is not the bill of parliament which needs majority. So, shows of hands does not determine the truth. If many people are telling that there is no existence of God, then also it has no meaning. Why it has no meaning? The opinion of these who do not know, be the millions, has no value. So if the entire world announces that there is no God and I have never encountered God, then also it has no value. It does not count. Only the opinion of single person. Only the opinion of single person who knows it counts, because he is who has realized God and the complete world, and such a person is the man of moment. Such a person not comes in every era. Such a person, it may be that such a person in this era may not be present. So many of the generations when passes, then only such a single person descends. It is bestowed to us for our betterment, for our boost in the path of evolution. Such a person descends. So such an incarnation takes place for all of us. It is by the special grace of God. And such person, if says that God is there, then it counts, and thousands and lakhs of person pursues behind her, and many of us alliterate at the court of her. You can know him in truth, you can realize him. God can be, though God is Trigun Rahita, he is free from, she is free from Satogun, Rajogun, Tamogun. Then also, that's why God can be personified. In what way you alleviate him, in what way you alliterate him, in what way you surrender, in what way you remember, in what way you praise, in what way you chant. God descends, God appeared in front of all of us in that manner only. Sometimes he comes to us like mother, sometimes as friend to Parth, sometimes as father, sometimes as guru. So in what way we want to make relation, in that way God get personified. God listens to us in the similar manner that you are listening me and I am listening you. In the similar manner, though God is free from all virtues, all attributes, she is Triguna Rahita, then also that is the possibility. That's why God can be personified in all the forms, in all the manners. She manifests in front of us, that it titillates us, it mesmerizes. He is, and you can realize him. And many of us are realizing in day-to-day life that God is there. So sometimes she keeps her gentle hand on our head. She many a times realizes her presence, and many of that's why दीनों कृपा की न होती जो आदत तुम्हारी, तो सुनी ये रहती अदालत तुम्हारी. She pours grace on us. That's why we all are behind her. So that's why we go to her court. So many of us personally realized her. You can know him in truth. You can realize him in your inmost and higher being. As we move at higher and a higher strand, higher and higher ladder of evolution, we get the hint, we get the some knocking of that God. So such kinds of sign appears in front of us, and it boosts our journey furthermore. You can realize him in your inmost and higher being. You can be one with him. So we can reunite ourselves. If our refinement is completed, it is fulfilled, then automatically we will be, our soul, Atma Tattva, will be reunited with Paramatma Tattva. We are as the God is. So we both are similar, again united. Bhumi Paratba Dabar Pani. As water when falls on earth, then it becomes mud. In similar manner, when the soul comes to this world, then there are the various attributes, the lower nature, which get wrapped on it, profusely wrapped on it. And when it is refined again, then we are united with our God. And it is natural. Why it is natural? Because when a drop of water is poured in room, then that water evaporates, eventually makes its way through drainage, through rivers, and ultimately go to sea. Why go to sea? Because that is the ultimate source of water. So anything always moves to that side, which is the ultimate source of it. So water, if it is spilled anywhere, it moves, it makes away to ultimate source of it. In the similar manner, if a matchstick is lit, then its flame is always upward, because sun is upward. So the flame has to move, has to be directed to that side where it is, its ultimate source belong. So in the similar manner, our source, our soul, naturally, spontaneously, it has a tendency to move to super soul, to God. That's why our all efforts, whether we know or do not know, whether it is of meditator, a practitioner, or any general physical person who is moving, and even who do not know God, her every effort, his every effort is only to refine that person and ultimately unify, reunite it with God. So you can be one with him. You can attain to God consciousness. You can live God on earth. So you can attain the God consciousness. We, all of us, can be Bhagavati Chetna. We can attain the Bhagavati Chetna. So Swamiji has attained that Bhagavati Chetna, and at certain stage, if we are making our path of evolution, journey of evolution to boost by taking hints of such saints, by reading books of such saints, then we can boost our meditation, our practice, and ultimately God descends in us. She manifests in us. She descends in us, and we can live. You can live God on earth. So God is live on earth for you. She will be in every part and parcel, in every particle. Rom mein ram jamarit. In that way, in every cell of our body, God manifests. So such is the manifestation. Though she is present, but we are not able to realize due to lack of our evolution, that we are very far at the verge of evolution, and that's why we do not realize. But we can make, because we are the privileged students of her school of evolution, and she has bestowed us a matchless Swamiji. So why can not we should use this opportunity to make fruitful the harbinger of that God who is knocking us at our doors. So you can live God on earth. The blessed one, there are many who are experiencing God now and then. My mother is experiencing in day-to-day life. So it is everybody, many of the sadhaks are experiencing in day-to-day life. So we can experience. The blessed one live the realization. The blessed ones live the realization. Sur Tulsi, many of the saints, it is in the recent past only that they have realized and reunited themselves in God. And they are still living in our heart, in our mind, in our memory, in our brain. And their impacts are still in this atmosphere which we are feeling when we are chanting their bhajans. So such persons are the persons of moment, and they are sent on earth. That does not mean we are not sent. We are equally favorite sons and daughters of our God. And if we promote ourselves, if we boost our practices, if we are conscious about our day-to-day happening, our day-to-day acts, so that it is our every step is towards the path of evolution. We should not ignore the moments of our life, because we are only here to boost ourselves and to unite. So we should use this opportunity, and we can be as Sur, as Tulsi, as Swamiji, or any saint which has descended on earth, so we can live God on earth. We can be like one of them and attain the ultimate happiness, Sat Chit Anand. We can attain everything. The blessed one live the realization. They invite you, if you are ready to pay the price. Sis kate te hari mile to bhi sasta jaan. So such is in the evolutionary spiritualism, God has said, Swamiji has said that the ultimate happiness is that kind of happiness. For that everything can be left. It is so serene, so pristine, so naive, that if you are getting that ultimate happiness, then these happiness of senses, happiness of mind, and happiness of brain, these are having no match with it. It is aparimey. It is non-measurable, which cannot be measured. So ultimate happiness is such a kind of great. So everybody can attain it because God has made this for everybody. The syllabus, the price is equally applicable for all of us. Who prepares for exam, who prepares best, who is the best sadhak, who follows the teachings of Swamiji well, that can attain that prize. So such is the school of evolution. And these are no small fry. Such peoples like the saints, like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Buddha, like Swamiji, these are not the small fry. These are not the simple persons. They are the men of movement. तो इस प्रकार के जो संत हुए हैं वो उस क्षण के लोगों का भाग्य है. एंड दे आर अवर Swamiji, our Guru. It is luck of ourselves and it is privilege of ourselves. Trace the evolution of concept of God backward. It has its origin in the dark ages of ignorance. Trace the evolution of the concept of God backward. पाषाण पर्वत शिला मार्ग मूरत लता बेल तरवर विटप रूप पाए जिए फिर मरे अति कसे पशु जगत में निष्प्रयास प्रभु पग पग बढ़ाए. So we have moved from the era of Stone Age. There the stone has donated, offered best of its particle, and those particles now taken by a seed, and that seed became a giant plant. So when the stone has offered its best, then now that stone is transformed to plant. Plant has offered the best thing, the fruit, to animals, its leaves to animals, its leaf to that is all vegetarians. So now the plant, when it has served best of it, it has descent as goat, as deer. So now that is converted into animals, and when animal makes sacrifice of himself when lower creature like mouse, like goat, when they sacrifice their body for higher kind of animal, like for lion, like for other carnivore, then such herbivore, that deer, goat, they are converted to higher forms of animal in which the consciousness, it is at some higher level. And by passing through these stages many a times, now we are at human stage where our pranagat chetna, manogat chetna, indriyagat chetna, that is only pranagat chetna, so they are more pronounced. So such kind of energy levels are at another higher level. So our tantrika tantra, our nervous system is of better kind than animals. Otherwise animal can only instinctively run for their food, for mating and all. Nothing more than this they can imagine. But there is the place of determination, scope of determination for all of us. We determine that we have to go ahead. Why we are here? Such questions never arises at the level of animals. Why we are here? Why we are kept in this earth? Why we are born? Such questions, such philosophy, such darshan comes in our mind. We determine that we have to go ahead. We have to attain something. We have to attain fulfillment. When we see that in spite of our doing the best, we are at the depth of sorrow, we are at deprivedness, we are at the doom, then we know that these things are ephemeral. They will all get vanished and something should be there which is eternal. And we take hints from the saints who were born in the recent past, and when we move ahead, we get the sparks of that supreme power. That supreme power is always watches eagerly to her sons and always want to give her sign to us if we follow her, if we remember her. It is our lack of remembrance, that's why we do not get any sign of her. But it is clear that who has remembered that supreme power has got the sign now, and then we can also get so. Trace the evolution of the concept of God backward. It has its origin in dark ages of ignorance. Its genesis is the fear of unknown. So its origin is the fear of unknown. God is unworthy of a self-conscious and civilized humanity. So its genesis is the fear of unknown. It has its origin in dark ages of ignorance. So when we were not known to anything, then also God was there, and who generously, who with her grace has made us to uplift to higher and higher level, and who has made our energy level to go up and up from Annamaya Kosh to our Pranamaya Kosh. That is, he has only made our senses to be of upper grade. Otherwise in plants there is only minor senses. They cannot locomote. If there is some harmful chemical, something is there which is spilt near them, then they cannot move. They hardly react to any stimuli. वे उद्दीपक के प्रति stimuli, whatever is nearby them, they hardly react. So their senses are slept. Though it is there, though the possibility of their senses is there, but it get awakened at another higher level at animal world. So it is only what the effort plant has made. Plant has made no effort. It is the only God who has uplifted plants to animal world, and then their Pranamaya Kosh, Pranamaya Chetna, that is, they can see with eyes, they can listen sound, and they run for their children. So everything, they can taste food. So everything is there. They enjoy their life. So now from Annamaya Kosh, the Chetna, the energy level is superior to their Pranamaya Kosh. Now, when we are at human level, so the Chetna is now at Manomaya Kosh. It is now a new kind of scope is arising at an another level. So this level is Manomaya Kosh. There are certain types of koshes. These are a kinds of cells. That is, one is of subtle nature, and there is some other astral body also within us, that is Manomaya Kosh. Like, see, you can taste gulab jamun with your indriya, with your tongue. This is the senses. This is Pranamaya Kosh. This is Pranamaya Kosh. This is Pranamaya Kosh. Skin is Pranamaya Kosh. Everything, whatever we realize, whatever we experience or enjoy with our senses, that kind of thing, if there is gulab jamun, then only you can enjoy. But at another super fine level, at micro fine level, there is Manomaya Kosh. There is no need of any gulab jamun. You can recreate in your mind the gulab jamun and you can enjoy. You can imagine a situation of your that is counterpart, and you can be happy there. You can imagine a new kind of building, good building, that is beautiful building, and you can live there. So in our Manomaya Kosh, at the level of our mind, we need not any physical world. We can recreate without any physical world and can enjoy. So that is another level, and Manomaya Kosh is greater than this Pranamaya Kosh. Indriyani parani ahu indriyebhya param mana manasastu para buddhi yo buddhe par sastu sa. इंद्रियाणी पराण्याहु, इस शरीर से श्रेष्ठ इंद्रियां हैं. इंद्रियाणी पराण्याहु इंद्रियेभ्यः परम मनः, इंद्रियों से श्रेष्ठ मन है. इफ our mind is unhappy, then whatever sweet we may eat, whatever sound we may listen, music we may, it will not make us happy, because we are very deprived, we are very depressed, and such kind of depressions will not make us happy, in spite of all gulab jamuns and musics, in spite of good movies. Why? Because it is superior. So indriyani paranyahu indriyebhya param mana manasastu parabuddhe. Manasastu parabuddhe, and our brain is superior than our mind. So our brain is superior. If we are, it is in our mind that we should take some pani puri, but brain says no, it is not good, because there is unhygienic things, and there may be some effect of the spread virus, so we should not go. So in case of doctors, they are very conscious about what to eat, what not to eat. In spite, their mana says that you should go and enjoy those pani puri, but they never opt for that, because their brain is more superior. So that is, the brain is superior. It is at another micro fine level than our man. And then man, इंद्रियाणि पराण्याहु इंद्रियेभ्यः परम मनः मनसस्तु परा बुद्धे यो बुद्धे परतस्तु सः. And from our intellect, our soul is supreme. Soul is only the person who is living in this house. So it is the soul, and everything, our body, our indriya, that is our senses, our heart, our brain, it is utilized. These are the servants, these are the hosts who are at the service of their guest, who are at the service of soul, who is the resident of this body. So that soul resides in us, and everybody every part and parcel, every particle of the body is at the service of soul. Why? They are made to so that soul can attain its master of evolution, that super soul. So in this way we should always be conscious कि सवार घोड़े पे सवारी करे और कहीं ऐसा ना हो जाए कि घोड़ा सवार पे सवारी करने लगे. We should be आत्मनिष्ठ, we should be आत्मन्येवात्मना तुष्टा. There should not be case that our senses dominates. There should not be case that our mind dominates, our heart dominates. So such cases are unfortunate, and we should be conscious as a practitioner, as a meditator, that soul is supreme. It should have orders for its sake to achieve God, and their servant should not dominate. In case there are servants, at certain times our mind dominates, our heart dominates. Go eat pani puri. Later on there are several doctors, and we will see it. At certain time our brain dominates. We have eaten several times pani puri, and now let us not go there. And if there are basic instincts dominates, we are seeing a movie and running towards cinema, so certain times our senses dominates. So if servants dominates, so at time one dominates, other time other dominates, and there is a conflict between servants, and it is a chaotic situation. Such a situation is chaos. It is not a good situation. But in a golden chariot, when soul comes to that building, the owner of this house comes, then all the servants, by keeping their hands clasped, they come and say, you are only the resident of this house. Please come and reign on us. Please come and rule on us. We are only for you. So जब आत्मा अपने सुनहरे घोड़े के रथ पर सवार होकर आती है, तो ये जो सभी दास हैं, मन हो, बुद्धि हो, प्राण हो, इंद्रियां हो, अन्नमय कोश हो, रोम रोम हो, ये उसके सामने करबद्ध खड़े हो जाते हैं कि आप ही इस घर के मालिक हैं. जैसा आप आदेश करें, हम आपके लिए, आपको परमात्म तत्व से मिलाने के लिए जैसा आप आदेश करें वैसा करने को तैयार हैं. So it is said that its genesis is the fear of unknown. So its origin is the fear of unknown. God is unworthy of a self-conscious and civilized humanity. God is unworthy of a self-conscious and civilized humanity. We should do away with this superstition. So such is the superstition that many are the civilized person, many are the scientists said, what is the need of God? And this all world is made at random. There is no any power behind it who has recreated such a beautiful world. It is at random. So for a civilized society, as a civilized person, you may claim this, that what is the worthiness of God for us? God is unworthy for a civilized society. You may claim this. And you can say that we are a civilized person, we are a good citizen. So why we should believe on God? What is the need to believe on God? You may argue this. We should do away with this superstition, but we have to lift above. We have to trespass such a superstition. It is not needed, because काहेरे मनवा रहे उदास, कीट मनोरथ पंख लगा कर, चाहत लांघन सात आकाश, एही से मनवा रहे उदास.